Hi, I get a lot of buyers asking me, what is an earnest money deposit and who pays it? If you have that same question, keep watching. I'm going to answer it for you. My name is Amy Brown. I'm a realtor with the legal team of Long & Foster in Columbia, Maryland. And today's video is what is an EMD? The earnest money deposit, also known as the EMD, is the same as a good faith deposit. Those are two phrases that mean the identical thing. The EMD is the amount of money that the buyer provides when they write an offer so that you have a fully legally binding contract. To have a contract, you need offer, acceptance, and consideration. The EMD is your consideration, which is a fancy word for money. The EMD shows the seller that you, the buyer, are a serious buyer and you're going to see this contract all the way through to settlement. And the amount of the earnest money deposit that you give shows them how strong of a buyer you are. The EMD amount varies by jurisdiction. It can vary greatly from state to state. In Maryland, the EMD amount is roughly 1% of the sales price. The seller would like the buyer to put a very high EMD amount in their offer so they have a lot of skin in the game, while the buyer has a different point of view. They want to put the least amount of EMD that is reasonable to the seller. The earnest money is given to your realtor when you submit the written offer, and it's generally a check that is made payable to the buyer's broker, such as Long & Foster, in my case, or it can also go to a third party, such as a title company or an attorney's office. The EMD amount is held in escrow, and the buyer can get that EMD back if they leave the contract due to contingencies in the contract. And the three most typical contingencies a buyer might have are your financing contingencies, your ability to get the loan, the appraisal contingency. The mortgage company is going to send out an appraiser and the house has to meet the value of the property. And lastly, the home inspection contingencies. You can exit the contract as a buyer and get your earnest money back if you have those contingencies in your contract. However, after those windows close, if you choose to exit the contract at a later point, the seller can keep your earnest money deposit. So it is certainly possible that you could lose your EMD. If you're ever in a real estate contract and you're considering breaching the contract, please consult a real estate attorney so you can find out what your options are. In the state of Maryland, the seller has several remedies available to them, including something called specific performance. And another question I get is, what is the difference between the EMD and the down payment? I'll give you an example. If you're buying a home for $400,000 and you're putting 10% as your down payment, that's $40,000. You would probably have also put a $4,000 earnest money deposit. So that money, the $4,000 earnest money deposit, goes toward what you owe for funds needed to get to settlement. So you get full credit for your EMD. If you have any other questions that I haven't covered here today, please give me a call and I'll be happy to answer your questions for your unique situation. Thank you for watching.